From the battlefields of Iraq and Afghanistan to the courtroom in Phoenix, District Judge Stephen Logan's pathway was one of perseverance and determination. His upbringing was shaped by his military family life. Judge Logan's parents taught him that hard work can overcome any obstacle, including raising 5 children on a military salary in the 1960s. Logan joined the Marine Corps Reserves during law school. He later deployed to Iraq, and on the battlefield, he made plans for his future. But first, he had to make it home alive.
Anyone that thinks they can't do something and they have their sights on something, you can look at my story, because I had a friend of mine tell me I would have a better chance of becoming the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots than becoming a district judge. Don't let other people tell you what career you might want to think about doing. You need to follow your own path.
Judge Logan's path started on December 23, 1965, born to parents May and David Logan and their large family.
I happen to be the 4th out of 5 children, so I didn't know how difficult my upbringing was until I was actually an adult, because I had no idea that my family was so poor. My dad was an enlisted soldier in the Army, and at the time he had my oldest sibling with my mother. He was making less than $200 a month. He
grew up in Radcliffe, Kentucky, the city's economy largely dominated by the U.S. Army's Fort Knox. Judge Logan says he owes his parents everything. He attributes his achievements to their unwavering support and guidance throughout the years.
My mother basically ran our home like I was some kind of junior military recruit. But you don't know what you don't know. I thought everybody made their bed a certain kind of way. I thought everyone was responsible for putting their shoes in a certain location, dressing a certain way, acting a certain kind of way, having a certain kind of haircut. It was so different, and that's why it's so rewarding the way I was raised. And looking back, it's just absolutely stunning how 2 people from the South made it work for 53 years with 5 children that all have college degrees, and 4 out of 5 have advanced degrees, and all are doing well in life. So those lessons were instilled at a very, very young age.
He was the first of his siblings to graduate from college with a bachelor's degree. It was at the University of Louisville that a surprising comment from a professor and practicing attorney in his criminology course inspired him to want more.
Because of what I had learned, mainly in her class, I thought, maybe I want to go to law school. And she said that I needed to stick to my plan to go into law enforcement. The fact that she said, you can't do it, and I don't think it's smart for you to go down that road or even attempt to do it, after hearing her talk to other students in my presence about not only can you do it, but I'll do everything in my power to help you accomplish that, I was offended and didn't understand it at all. So it fueled me to figure out what the process was.
Logan accepted the challenge and applied to the University of Oklahoma Law School. He made it in. Logan says the transition was brutal, but he credits his parents for not letting him feel too overwhelmed.
I constantly heard my parents saying, don't give up. But my first semester of law school, it was incredibly difficult. It was a tremendous opportunity that I had at the University of Oklahoma, and I'll put that education against any education.
Judge Logan joined the Marine Corps Reserves during the first semester of law school. In the years after graduation, his deployments took him to dangerous settings.
The time I spent in the Marine Corps, I'd do it 1,000 times again, even though I ended up in a war zone 3 times. Several times I probably should have died or been at least gravely injured, and I'm still here. It was 26 years that I wouldn't trade for anything.
During a 2004 tour in Iraq, a conversation with a close friend changed his life.
I was mobilized in the United States Marine Corps and brought back to active duty to deploy to Iraq as the senior defense counsel. And I remember talking to a really good friend of mine who was also a lawyer in theater. He asked me the question, is there anything that if we get out of here alive or intact that you think you would like to do that you haven't done? And at that point, I had been in the Marine Corps for easily 10, 11 years, and I was serving as a federal prosecutor at that time here in the District of Arizona. And I had a family, had a wonderful wife and children, and I thought, there's one thing that I haven't done that maybe I'll try to do if we get out of here, and it's become a judge. I ended up applying to become a military judge, and I was selected for that position in 2005.
Fast forward to 2007, Logan went on a mission in Iraq that he will never forget.
The brutality was something that has scarred me for life. I'll go back to the 22nd of November of 2007. We're on a mission going to meet with some judges, and you can't really have prearranged locations because there's a security issue. And we get to the Fallujah courthouse, and the judges didn't show up. Well, we're around about 40 minutes, and then somebody sets off a suicide vehicle bomb that blows up the corner of the building that we're in, and it's, you know, I guess it wasn't my time.
After serving as a military judge for several years, Logan continued his legal career in the civilian sector. He achieved many milestones.
I was the first black magistrate judge in Phoenix. People need to know you can do whatever you want to do if you really want to accomplish it. And those that are telling you that's impossible, stop listening to them.
Later, he became the first African American district judge in Phoenix after President Obama nominated him in September of 2013. Logan was confirmed and then sworn in on May 16, 2014.
Being sworn in as a federal judge, it's bigger than just me, because it represents my parents, their parents, and my parents both come from Virginia, and their parents' worked fields. And to have an opportunity to be here getting sworn in for such an important position in society, it's just stunning.
Judge Logan gives credit to his mentors along the way. Now he's giving back.
Every opportunity I have to talk to these high school kids or college kids or middle school kids, I take advantage of it. You have to make sure that you find someone that continues to encourage what you believe to be your dreams and obviously your aspirations, because at the end of the day, if you try hard enough and you're focused enough and you surround yourself with the right people that are willing to pull for you, you can do whatever you want to do.
Judge Logan says his years of service to the District of Arizona have been amazing, and when asked about his pathway to the bench, Judge Logan offered a simple but effective piece of advice: don't ever give up. For the U.S. Courts in Washington, I'm Javier Hernandez. Thanks for watching.